with the principles enunciated in the classical text and should be in conformity with the times you are living in. Astrological classics were written in agricultural pastoral times. For an orthodox society bound by the fetters of religion, today you are living in a society in which you have no fear of hell. Right? No one is afraid of hell now.
Not so much.
No, I have not met a person who was afraid of hell.
Well, the people who are afraid of hell will not come to astrologers.
Yeah, very good point. Very good point. Yeah. Sure.
So now what happens? Many of those things you have to take and apply very liberally to modern context. For example, in USA, you have your dating. You have a premarital sex.
Right.
Right? If you talk about it in India, they will kill you. It's a totally puritanical society. Right?
Even now?
Yes,
Everywhere?
except the big cities. Even if they do, they will do it secretly, not openly.
So even they don't date, you're saying?
No dating.
The whole American economy is based on dating.
That's not exactly true.
Are you kidding?
So go ahead, do research.
Don't come here. This side, right side, right side. Eating means eating this. So now what happens? I come to USA. You people come and talk about these things. I am a puritanical Hindu Brahmin coming from a puritanical Hindu background. Make no mistake. But I am a highly well educated man who has read sociology, political science, history, psychology, so many things. I don't react. I just refuse to react. I have not said a single harsh word to any American about it. Try to understand that. This is what Hora Skanda Savana means. Why most of the astrologers of India cannot accommodate to US is this. They take a very narrow Hindu view. I said, you can't take it. I have come to USA in this society, dating is not immoral. That's all. Dating is part of your socially acceptable norm. Okay. We won't encourage it in India, but if you are doing it in USA, I don't look upon it as a sin. I look upon it as a social way of living. So, Hora Skanda Sravana Sammatah is very necessary. When you come to India, you have to understand that society and interpret according to that context. So now there are two things now. The intrinsic meaning of the text and its application according to the social norms. You see, understand? That is why an astrologer has to be super intelligent. You cannot help it. You have got to do this, both. So I come and apply this and see, okay, this is perfectly alright. This American girl or the American boy believes in dating, believes in extramarital sex, premarital sex, okay, but they are good people. And like India also, you have good people and bad people both.
Mr. Rao, you know, there are many American people, I mean millions and millions of people who are very puritanical, who don't believe in premarital sex, who don't believe in divorce. But the thing is, to those people, I'd say 98%, astrology is completely unorthodox. They'll have nothing, so you will not much meet them. But there are millions of them.
Yes, there will be.
In America.
In America, yeah.
More on the Dallas, Texas side.
Pardon?
Dallas, Texas, that side.
Yeah.
Houston.
The old South, yeah, and all this stuff.
Well, even
But marriages still don't work in many of those people either. They still separate.
But I'm
So I'll come back to your question. First thing is, in India, when you marry with the idea of making marriage a success. 80% of the success of anything is your determination to make it a success. Number one. Number two, in a society where we are so much family minded, if the marriage is breaking down, there are 100 people who will help you to save the marriage. Here you have to go to a marriage counselor. So first is cause a crack in the marriage, then pay $200 to the counselor. What is this? It's terrible. It's very bad. There is no social conformism to save marriage. There is no affection. Third, in India, immediately after marriage, they have children. Now, who is a child? A husband and wife, they used to quarrel. Sometime after a child was born. One day when the wife was quarreling, the husband said, "Look here, now stop quarreling. Both of us have a common enemy now." So the child keeps the family united in India. In the beginning they may be quarreling, but a child, and for the sake of the child, parents will make any sacrifice. If you love your children, you cannot break up. So that is not that they are not unhappy marriages. There are unhappy marriages. They have all the tension, they have all the problems, but the will not to break it, the affection you get from the society, and the love you bestow on the child makes you forget all this bitterness which is there in human life. In any human interaction there must be bitterness. It is not that it is not there in India, it is there. But the overall affection you get saves it. That's all.
So are most of the marriages there arranged?
Pardon?
Are most of the marriages arranged?
80%, 90% marriages are arranged.
So they start early as a child, and they get to know one another, and they marry early, and then...
It was there earlier, it is not early now. It is late, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 also. Girls are getting married late. But even now it is arranged marriage. 95% I will say are arranged marriages.
Is the compatibility, let's say, to the moons, like in a marriage or any relationship, does that really rule as much as we often?
Very good. It's a very good question you have asked. Compatibility you always see from 4 angles, minimum. The compatibility as seen by most of the people are given in those books coming from India on the basis of Janma Nakshatra alone is very incomplete and dangerously misleading, let me tell you. Because there you say gunas are telling out of 36, 28, 30, 35, and marriages are still collapsing. What you have to see is, see in both horoscopes, the basic thing which I used to do earlier, which I am not doing now, because it's hell of a time it takes. I don't do it when people come to me. But in 1972, 73, 74, those days when I tallied horoscopes, I spent full 8, 9, 10 hours on one problem. And I am one of those lucky, or perhaps the luckiest of astrologers, whose tallying has been 100% correct. Not one of those marriages collapsed or had tension. But imagine I spent 8, 10 hours on one problem. What I did was very simple thing. It will appeal to your common sense. A blank transparency here, right? Good. Thank you. That is good. It's a good question you asked. If you have to do it, please. I am sharing it with you something which I used to do years ago, but I want someone to work on it. Half blue, half black. Female is totally black.
That's women's lib. The woman is beating up the male and he's black and blue.
Call number 1, not number 2. You know what I do? He wants to marry her. In India, parents bring the horoscopes. The girl herself will not come and the boy herself will not come. I'll sit down with them, work out the whole dasha here and see the whole dasha here. My priority is to see that in the first 15 years, no one reaches a point of great crisis. In India, after 5-6 years, it is children who take over. Then generally, so at least 5, 10, 15 years, there should be 10, 15 years, I generally see there should be no crisis. But it can rarely happen. It can rarely happen. In 15 years, one of them must have a crisis. So therefore, what I do is work out 15 years dasha scheme and see plus, 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 minus, suppose. Then plus, plus, minus, plus. Now see, in 1995, 96, 97, 98, 99, like that, up to 2010, I will work out. Year by year, more or less, dasha by dasha. If you find this coming at any stage, within the first 10 years, then I say no.
They both have crisis simultaneously.
Naturally, it will appeal to your common sense, right? I say don't do it. Therefore, I have not failed so far, for this very reason. Second point of telling is, examine the Venus of both. Venus is not merely the sex life. Venus is also the demand made by the wife on the husband. In India, get me fine sari, get me fine clothes, the latest TV set. You see, all the demands are made. The wife may be earning, may not be earning. If she is not earning and if she makes a demand, the husband has to get some extra money from somewhere. Venus is sex life, Venus is also the love for luxuries in life. A demanding wife can be terrible.
If Jupiter aspect Venus, then she...
I'll come to that. Then, in your fair field, when you are fixing marriages, particularly among the disciples of Mahesh Yogi, examine the Jupiter of both. Jupiter. Your religious ideal should not clash. Your spiritual ideal should not clash. If in Fairfield you have single parent mothers in this community, it means their Jupiters are not in harmony with each other. Jupiter is the ideals, Venus is the sex life, Jupiter is the spiritual life. Once you have accepted a common guru, there is no reason for you to separate. In India, people who have accepted a common guru, their marriages don't break up at all. There is no question. But in Fairfield, I have heard of such stories. Am I right? Yeah? So I don't understand. So obviously there is something wrong with their Jupiters. Third, see whether Mars is occupying any house of aggression. It need not mean Kuja dosha 1, 2, 4, 7, 8 or 12 alone.
It should be in one of those.
No,
That is known as the Kuja dosha. I'm not saying. I'm talking. I have seen Mars in the fifth also doing a lot of damage. Mars in the fifth is giving you a hot temper, aspecting the eighth house. Therefore, is cutting off the conjugal bond.
Is Kuja dosha weakened with the passage of time or as people get older?
It can weaken, yes. And one factor which I always consider even today, at a glance if I have to approve anything when I don't have any time, one simple thing I see is this. Instead of one simple thing, let me say three simple things. Number one, both have the same ascendant, or both have moon in the same house, but different nakshatras. Nakshatras can be same only in the case of Rohini. That works well. There are three exceptions given, I forget now. Rohini I know.
So are you saying it's good to have them with the,
Pardon?
it's good if they're in the same nakshatra?
No, same.
I tell you, there is only one good book on telling of horoscopes. If it is available, it is okay. If it is not available, it should be got from India. Vidwan Lakshman's book.
Title?
Writer is Vidwan Lakshman. A very small book and a very lucidly written, with lot of experience.
Is it in English?
It is in English, and good English. He writes good English, speaks good English. That is a good book. But the theory part, no illustrations. In Delhi, they are producing a book, but that will come out at the end of next year. I have given it to some of those people, but we are not in a hurry to produce that book. Because it will take a lot of case studies of marriages which have broken down. Why they have broken down? Marriages breaking down after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, why? That will have to be seen. So what I am seeing is generally both have the same lagna, both have moon well placed, and the Jupiter of one person aspecting the lagna lord or moon of the other.
That my wife and I have.
Pardon?
My wife and I have. My Jupiter is exactly on her moon to the degree, and her moon is in her ascendant house. So
Then whatever happens, the marriage survives.
Are you saying that if all three conditions exist, or just one of those exists, or the more of those exist, the better?
If all the three exist, this earth will become a paradise. Right? Now take this. This is the husband's horoscope. His Jupiter is here. Right? This is the wife's horoscope. Her Jupiter is here.
also, the
Wife's Jupiter is in the seventh house of the husband. Husband's Jupiter is in the ascendant of the wife. And the more beautiful part is, it is the fifth lord of both in the 10th house. I have given that in astrology and karma, this instance. They have the supreme advantage of being served by all their children very well till their death. They have the supreme advantage of seeing not a single child of their die. 8 children in pre-independence India, when we had a very high mortality rate, when average Indian longevity was 27 years. Now it is today it is 60. After independence we improved. Englishmen never bothered for it. Average Indian mortality was so high, infant mortality, not one child died. Look at the Jupiter of the husband in the lagna of the wife. Look at the Jupiter of the wife in the lagna of the husband. And the fifth lord in both cases in the 10th house. So the children served their parents ideally. They got on well, they sacrificed for each other, and the children served them till the end. It's one of the rare things in India. A couple may be having 6 children. Out of 6 children, 3 will serve well, 3 may not serve them well. Because one of them can have a nasty daughter-in-law, one of them can have a nasty son-in-law. But in this case, no problems. Wherever they went, husband and wife, everyone served. Now here this is ideal. So this is one thing I always see very carefully. Jupiter somehow is bringing in an idealism for you to save that marriage. So I consider, apart from all other things, number 1, I analyze the dasha. 1, 2. So you understand what a long exercise it is now? Keep on analyzing 10-15 years. If a marriage survives in India for 15 years, then it survives till death. In USA, you have old Roman Catholic families and Jewish families where the marriage has been there for 50, 60, 70 years. Like any traditional society. I have come across such instances in USA. If you were to get their horoscopes, you will find 2 things. Such an idealism must have existed in their horoscopes, and they were also accepting the tradition. Now Jupiter is the tradition. If the tradition of the society is not to break marriage, a good Jupiter will allow you not to break marriage. That you must understand. Then comes the Lagna, if both have the same Lagna. If both have moon in the same place but different nakshatras. With all the quarrels, they still carry on well.
What if they're trine? The lugnas are trine.
Yes, that is second best. That is the second best, trines or quadrants. So these are some additional ones which I have done through my own research, but I am not going to produce a book. Some of the students there, researchers, they are on it. We will examine 2000 horoscopes.
Mr. Rao, have you ever examined like how the Rahu and Ketu and each other can interact with one another? I mean, I can understand the Jupiters, but in marriage, would that be an interesting,
Rahu and Ketu don't spoil marriages. They don't spoil marriages. Even Mars does not spoil marriage. I don't know, I think Indian astrologers have spread that superstition to USA also. And you keep on asking about Kuja dosha. Wherever I go, people ask me.
So why do you mention it?
Pardon?
So why do you mention Kuja dosha?
You see, it's all traditional Orthodox astrology. Pardon?
Parashara mentions it.
Parashara mentions and also tells you the balancing factor.
Also, it says in here that
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Rahu in the 7th is bad spouse.
Tradition.
It doesn't break.
If there is, in the charts I've done, chart comparison, if the Mars and Saturn's aspect each other,
It neutralizes.
seems to be bad.
No, it is not mad.
No?
Bad. It gets neutralized. Your Saturn is aspecting your wife's Mars. It will neutralize.
Huh.
That is a major research we are doing. There is a tremendous lot of this thing.
But if one partner's Saturn aspects a lot of the other partner's planets, can that cause some, strong difficulty in the marriage?
No,
Not necessarily.
not at all.
But if one person's Jupiter aspects a lot of the other person's planet, it's very beneficial, you're saying.
We produced in 1991 a book, Advanced Techniques of Astrological Prediction. There is one chapter there, Shivraj Sharma, the same He produced one paper on marital discord.
Yeah, that's
Very brilliant paper. I have made use of that research in giving predictions to hundreds of Americans by now. He came out with very good points. Then I was after him to produce the book on Rahu, because he is a very sharp researcher, comes out with very brilliant observations. So that book, that paper, marital discord, will apply to your American society 500%. I am telling you. What I call the peak of combustibility in marriage or in relationship. You can immediately see that paper and say, here it is coming. Be careful. Read that very carefully, 15 or 20 page paper only. Now keep on applying to hundreds of your horoscopes of relationships, marriage, and dating, not Indian dating. And you will find when exactly you are breaking up. You can see. It's a very, very brilliant paper. My God. When he brought it to me, he made an analysis by making use of 5 dashas. I said, why do you want to frighten people? You see, we teach so many things in India. You are making use of only Vinshotri dasha, you are limiting your tools. Please understand, don't do that. I came here to USA, I taught Char dasha, and I taught also Yogini dasha. Yes, maybe Rakesh Sharma.
Hold on, please.
Hello? Hello? What are they saying?
Oh, the 5 dashes.
Huh?
You're
talking about 5 dashes.
Yes, if you use only one dasha, you don't know how to cross check. Right? Use Char dasha. At a glance you get it.
It seems to me.
Use Yogini dasha. At a glance you get it. Then cross check two or three dashas. You see, Shivraj Sharma's paper shows you the point of tension in marriage through all the 3 dashas. The Char dasha, the Yogini dasha, because I got the first major research on Yogini dasha done by Jhanji and Sharma. Yogini dasha. Char dasha I myself wrote out a book. And I teach them in Bharati Vidya Bhavan in Delhi. They took the whole thing. Hello. You are in a motel?
Oh, no.
Come on, come here.
I didn't know where Mr. Rao was staying. They had to go through this hotel.
No, you rang up from where?
Oh, from downstairs at the lobby. They didn't know where you were.
You use the word motel, M-O-T-E-L, motel. Come on, sit here.
He has a good program.
He's got a good program.
Yes, I know. You have not to tell me that. Come on, come closer. So what I am telling you is, cross-check through dashas also. 1. 2. Now go a little deeper into Navansha. If you want to make an analysis at a glance, make it from the ascendant, from Venus and from Moon. I have given 2 examples in Astrology Destiny Wheel of Time. 2 full worked out examples are there. Examine from the Lagna, from the ascendant, from Venus and from Moon. Immediately you are able to make minus plus. Then after that go into Navansha. How you can do both, I have shown in that book. 2 worked out examples are there. That will at a glance give you an idea of the points of tension in marriage. In USA, you have to go much deeper in this area. Please remember. Your relationship problems, Because your lonely life, nuclear families, and relationship problems can create a peculiar psychotic condition for you. And the advantage of that psychotic condition goes only to your psychiatrist, who discovers that chronic fatigue syndrome in you. Right? That's one of the things in USA, chronic fatigue syndrome. One Indian lady living here in USA went to her doctor and she was told she was suffering from chronic fatigue syndrome. She came to meet me in Delhi. I said, I'll give you one mighty slap and you'll be all right. And she was all right.
I feel the same way about in this country. The big thing is that children have hyperactive.
Where?
Children in this country are given drugs because they're hyperactive.
Oh no, your TVs are useless.
Yeah.
In a country where you have 1 year of O.J. Simpson coming every day, what do you expect? Terrible. How do you, why must O.J. Simpson come and dominate your TV for 1 full year? I can't understand. The loss of balance. In India also, sportsmen commit crime, they fall into this. 1 or 2 days it appears on the newspaper, stop, finish. The TV never overplays it. She knows it. In 1993, giving annual predictions, I said during the sports season there will be violence here, which will be watched by millions. That was my prediction. 94 June when I came, O.J. Simpson case came up. And everywhere in the TV when it was coming, I got sick. I was afraid of opening the TV.
You should be. There's just junk on it.
And till June this year it continued. When I went back to India, I came to know O.J. Simpson was acquitted. I said, thank God. If this time if I go to USA, I can at least open the TV and see something. I can't understand what is this national obsession. So if you begin to overplay this type of news, what will happen? And the worst damage that case has done is it has created a racist feeling in USA. This is what should not have happened. Most unimaginative thing which happened in USA was overplaying that case. You can't do that. So you create a new disease. So therefore, examine these things from all the 3 angles, but main is the role of the dasha. The wheel of time.
So the usual kutas, the 36 points.
Oh no, in India, out of 36, you have seen 34 tallying, and right on the first day they kick each other.
But I figured that's worth about 20% of the picture, of the total picture.
I say 10%. What I have given you, this is a total scheme. See, first of all, dasha. As an astrologer, you must first believe in astrology. And when you believe in astrology, you see whether the man is passing through a good period or a bad period. He is passing through a bad period, let us say. But bad for profession, not bad for marriage. Now distinguish intelligently. The wife is passing through a period, not bad for marriage but bad for health. The tension is still there in the family. The husband because of a poor job, the wife because of poor health. It will not lead to breakdown of marriage, but it will still lead to misery in marriage. To overcome this, in the first 10-15 years, try to see whether they have a higher quality of happiness. There is no such thing as a full quality of happiness. It never happens in life. But qualitatively it should be better. That's all. But
Isn't it possible for her to marry a husband that her health would be better with him than it would be with somebody else? Maybe he's more supportive emotionally, and maybe there's something about the way they interact that's better. Maybe he can marry a woman that somehow is professional.
it is again, as I told you, Hora Skanda Sravana Sammata. According to the country you are living in, what are the demands? See that and do that. It's okay in USA, what is the demand a wife makes on the husband? What is the demand a husband makes on the wife? You know that better than I can know. After that, now balance it. That's better.
You think it's possible that there can be two horoscopes that are medium good? Neither one is very good, but they're C plus B minus grade. But together, they fit so perfectly
Yes.
that it's far better than either one individually.
Long ago, when average human life was, let us say, 300 years, there was one man who learnt astrology and decided to marry the best girl available. He waited for 200 years. Then he decided to marry in the best muhurta available. He died a bachelor.
Seriously, I'm serious.
The art of making marriage a success is the art of living with each other's defects. Remember that. You have to live with each other's defects. Wherever there is harmony, there is a sense of adjustment. That's all. Sense of adjustment means I have some defects, you have some defects. All right, let us still be happy. That's all. In Asia, marriages survive only because of this. We have all the problems of the world in our families. Make no mistake. All the problems, economic trouble, this trouble, that trouble. But they marry to make marriage a success, that's all. That one determination is enough. Here your ego is too strong. Ego of both, male and the female. But dasha, I repeat it. I have not failed in a single case in tallying. But I am not doing it now. I was doing it in 72, 73, 74, those days. But I told you 7, 8, 9 hours I had to devote. It's a terrible thing to get so much time. Only for tallying.
Couldn't this be put on a computer program?
Yes, it could be. Many of these things could be put on the... He has also some compatibility this I saw. Right? Only last night I was turning over. But you are not given the atlas for countries out, for cities outside USA.
You don't pay so much attention to where the lords of the ascendants of each ones go. For example, I'm in a Jyotish study group, and the lord of the ascendant for me and the lord of the ascendant for another person are 6 and 8 apart, and we never see anything the same. You know, and we're not male female, we're two guys, but we still have the same.
Oh, correct. But don't take only one factor.
Oh, I know.
As I told you, take 5 or 6 factors. Suppose you take 8 factors. 5 are all right. It's okay. All the 8 will never be all right. 5 are all right. Then you give your weightage, the dasha. I give weightage number 1 to dasha.
So when you say you give weight to dasha, you mean the person's in a good dasha period where there's no crisis in their life for 15 years?
No, in a good dasha period, generally the man will be taking right decisions. He will not create a crisis for himself. That's all.
And you want to see that for like 15 years
Oh.
for him in 15 years.
For 10, 15 years in India, if the marriage survives, it survives till the end.
Both.
You are telling both. You don't want both to have negative.
You don't want it to cause
Right.
you don't want the down periods to cause.
I tell you, this is a very beautiful thing which I have told you. Please try this.
Is it the coinciding?
You try this, you will see how much satisfaction you have. In doing counseling, how much satisfaction you have.
Now, what would you think if you went and, because I just had a compatibility done for a very close relative, and the advice was there's a half adi nadi guna for both parties, and there's a gana dosha and a nadi dosha, and to get married is not recommended for these two.
I am not attaching any importance to that. You know why? I'll give you a simple reason. Nadi dosha and Gana dosha is based on very high principle of eugenics. In ancient India, you wanted a spiritually exalted person to marry a spiritually exalted girl. Right? Both coming from good families, but a girl with a less spiritual promise in the horoscope and a boy with a high spiritual promise in the horoscope would not have children who would be spiritually very good, because our main aim was to produce spiritually good people. That was the tradition. Now, as times undergo a change, it is not the spiritual consideration which predominates. All that you say is good health. You know, medically also, if the husband and wife both have weak eyesight, the child is bound to have weaker eyesight. That is the principle of eugenics. Then comes something more important. What is the specific demand you make now on a girl or a boy when you are telling a horoscope? I do not know about USA. I can talk about my Indian experience. When I was in eastern India, in a state called Bihar, which is one of the most backward states of the country, when people came to me for tallying, I said, what do you want to see in the girl, bride? You marry a girl, she brings lot of peace to the house. You marry another girl, she brings lot of prosperity to the house. Rarely you will meet a girl, have a girl who will bring both peace and prosperity. Right, try to understand. Yes? So see, examine the horoscope from that angle now. As I said, I will devote you 8 or 10 hours. Why? For this very point. Now you have come to me, you say, well, I want this girl to marry to this boy. What do you say? I say, what is your question? Tell me. What is your demand? My examination will depend upon the demand you make. In eastern India, they say, we want a girl who will bring peace to the house. In Delhi, they will say, we want a girl who will bring prosperity to the house. She may create a lot of trouble in the house. Never mind. So on the balance, what is it that you want? A contented wife, looking after family very well, is really a Griha Lakshmi in India. We call her Lakshmi. The goddess who is blessing everything in the house. She looks after the whole family beautifully. The family is suffering from poverty. There is less money. There is so much peace in the family. She makes willing sacrifices, holds all the family together. There is another one who has a lot of money, lot of prosperity. But she keeps on disturbing everyone in the family. Now what is your choice? What do you want? So tallying means your personal demand. In USA, there may not be such a thing as a big social demand on it. But in India, we have such a thing as a social demand also. The society should also approve of that girl. Your community should approve of that girl. But it becomes easy in India because the girl adjusts and the boy also adjusts. Both are willing to adjust. Don't think they don't have the same problems as you have. No, you will be mistaken. They have the same problems as you have. As any human society has to have. It is the willingness to adjust, that's all. That one thing makes a difference. Go back 50 years in your own American history, you had successful marriages. They were successful why? Because they were willing to adjust. They were not marriages without tension. They were not marriages without problems. But they were marriages which succeeded because husband and wife had the desire to make marriage a success. That's all. So primary, that is that one. You accept a job. You want to distinguish yourself. What do? you do your work well. So why don't you want to become a distinguished husband or a distinguished wife? So that is where Hora Skanda Savana Sammata means according to the social norms do it.
There's this method of comparing horoscopes in Western astrology called synastry. Where you
I know, you impose one horoscope on the other.
Now, I find it useful in Jyotish. What do you think?
Dasha, Dasha, Dasha. I have seen synastry and all those things done. In England they produced such a big book, someone presented to me, I saw the whole thing. And I asked them whether they had tested it statistically. They had not. You can write any fanciful book, produce a case study and prove it. I have worked in India on at least 50 horoscopes of couples who had 40 years of successful married life. So I have a better case study to present to you. But I am not going to do that. I am going to ask some of those people in Delhi to take these things and present it. I am dividing them into, let us say, some groups. 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, good. If up to 30 years the marriage has been a success, it is a good marriage. Because after 30 years, one of them has to fall sick, one of them may die. Because after 30 years, many other things begin to happen. 30 years of successful marriage is a very, very good marriage, according to me. Very good marriage. I call it in modern context an outstandingly good marriage.
In America, the number one reason listed for divorce is financial conflicts. They think money. They say money is the number one reason why they divorce.
No, it is not merely financial conflicts. It is not merely, it is mainly ego conflict.
That's how they see it.
American women are sufficiently aggressive. I've seen that. Quite aggressive. The Indian women are very passive. One of them has to remain passive. Why the Indian woman succeeds in making her marriage a big success is very simple. Sex is one part of marriage. The other way is, the Indian woman knows the art of entering the heart of the male through his stomach. Give the fellow such a good food for eating. That's all. Now he cannot leave. That's a great thing. You feel so comfortable to go home and eat wholesome good food. An average Indian girl at the age of 12 or 13 knows the art of cooking very well. And in USA this is neglected quite a lot. On the other hand, in some place X in USA, I had gone taking a small astrology group for teaching. One American lady was specially requested to come there to cook food for us, because myself and Karveji, Karveji, and we were there. A yogi who had come with me last tour with me from India, who could tell your birth time and all these things just like this. So, and with him another Mullah Mukherjee. So we are three. I don't need food much, but those people. So, an excellent American lady who could cook food as well as any Indian lady was brought there. She was cooking very beautifully. I complimented her. You know what she told me? Mr. Rao, no boyfriend of mine knows that I am such a good cook. I said, why? He said, then those fellows will not leave me. They will want to marry me. I do not want them to know me because they will want to marry me. Very strange argument, isn't it?
Appreciate you coming so much. We hate to go and have this the last night, but thank you for coming and sharing your knowledge with us.
Well, anyway, thank you so much. I also felt very happy. Here I find an atmosphere in this book in Yoga, Mystery of Rahu. In the beginning I have written that if astrology has become acceptable in USA, it is mainly because of Mahesh Yogi. I am saying that in my fifth visit now. So far I had not seen, but now I have understood. He created a soil for its acceptance. And the second credit I give to is ISKCON, Hare Krishna movement. That is my impression. Am I right? Afraid of misspelling your name, I have not written. You write his name. Spelling, I don't know. 2. Write 2 at the top of all the 3 books. I'll present it to him, but I don't know how to spell his name. Yes, how do you spell his name?